Hello guys, I'm back with a new video. So today we're going to step to Canada and talk to my brother from Congo, Greg Samba. Are you ready? Let's go.
Hello. I hope you're doing well. I'm Greg Samba. Very excited about this interview to chat with you a little bit. I'm from Canada, from Toronto. Originally, my background is Congolese, from Brazzaville. I lived there for 7 years. And eventually, after that, I moved to France, where I had some formal training for dancing. And yes, I'm a dancer, a teacher, a choreographer, and an author. In 2010, truly, is when I came to Canada and decided to be a little bit more intentional with my dancing. So I've been dancing professionally for 25 years. Of course, training before that, but for 25 years, I've been doing quite a bit of commercial dancing. I've been part of an amazing crew called Black Stars. We basically started urban street dancing for Afro in Toronto and then expanded through Canada. And I've, of course, realized very quickly that teaching was truly my calling. So I've been doing my own program called Afro 101. For the last 7 years. And of course, I'm still doing drop-in classes. I've taught in Toronto in several studios, but currently I'm at Run the Flex, Toronto, downtown. And yeah, I'm still dancing at my age and I'm still enjoying it.
Can you tell us a little bit more about how is the Afro-dance scene in Canada?
African dancing in Canada has evolved quite a bit since the early 2010s. I remember being in Black Stars with 7 other dancers, and all of us were teaching in different studios at some point. But at the beginning, it was maybe 1 or 2 of us that actually had classes. And very quickly, with the rise of Afrobeats music, that's where people started to take it seriously, especially when they see new steps coming through every other week through TikTok and Instagram. So we waved on that. We surfed on that. And truly now, people love Afrobeats. It's not just a random class that people take once in a while. People actually want to train in Canada. And you see it throughout Toronto, but also Montreal, Vancouver, where you have even more and more teachers that are involved to really show people how to do it properly and how to embrace the culture in a way that is, adequate, I would say.
What do you think about all these dance challenges that we see all over social media?
Well, I don't mind seeing all the challenges, with the AFRODANCE steps in there. I don't mind seeing the excitement coming from the people. I don't mind seeing how people feel inspired actually by Afro dances and Afro steps and Afro artists. Part that bothers me is when people do it in a way that is not really reflecting how it was originally done, whether it's a step or a dance style, right? Just like somebody learning ballet or hip hop, there are some basics that you have to go through, right? There is a certain groove, a certain attitude that comes with the style. And I hope that the people that are doing this are not just stopping with the challenge. My hope is that when people are doing that, they can actually understand that there is more to explore and that it's not just a little vibe that they're catching for the 5-10 seconds that they're doing the challenge for. Other than that, I'm really excited about the fact that it's going worldwide. Like, I've traveled in countries where you would not expect it. I was in Istanbul last year and they were playing Rema everywhere. And I saw a guy doing a shoki on Rema. Yeah, maybe it wasn't the proper step to do at that point, but guess what? It's touching different people in different areas of the world where initially people wouldn't even know what it's about. So it's beautiful to see that the TikTok challenges are taking it to that part of the continent, to that part of, different continent, as a matter of fact, to that part of different cultures where people are exploring African culture in ways that they never really imagined before. And I think for that, we have to be thankful. But we as teacher have to do the work. Like, we have to make sure that the people doing this really understand that there is more to it. And that's an opportunity. Truly, I see it as an opportunity more than a threat. And I think it's important for us to see it as an opportunity to keep it very positive and continue contributing to this movement, right? Contributing to this growth and making sure that over the years, African dances continue to stay, and continue to become even more than what they are today.
Thank you so much for sharing. So what would be the next African country that you would like to visit?
I was in Tanzania, in August. It was amazing. Second time going there. First time it was in a very touristy way. This time I was able to really go through how people, enjoy their vibes around there. And I was there for a couple of weeks and I really enjoyed that. I would say I would love to go back to East Africa, but truly my next step is going back to Congo. I haven't been there in over 10 years and I need to go back. I have family there and I also feel like I want to go back to try to really understand what I've learned back then with my adult brain, with the brain of somebody who's evolving his dancing and now has a different vocabulary when it comes to African dancing. I want to go back and basically see how I can explore my roots in a different way, if you see what I mean. Yeah. All right. Well, this was a pleasure. I really enjoyed talking to you. I mean, we met through other friends, but truly I admire what you're doing down there in New York. I can't not stress the fact that it took a lot of us to really push hard for African dances to be on the map. And it's thanks to people like you that are really going back to the basics, the technique, but also the culture and the understanding of it, that we see more and more people really interested into African dances and making sure that they do it in a proper manner. Beyond that, you already know I appreciate your talent, but I do need to work with you. We need to, bring that collab and make sure that those people can see the fusion of your personality and mine. And then so we can show them that, beyond the style, beyond the technique, there's also the human being. And all of those aspects cannot be just washed out when you look at a dancer, right? You're an amazing person and then you express yourself in a way that is different than me. And I think it's always a blessing for people to be able to see how those two personalities can come together to express a style that is meant to be similar. So yeah, I hope we can do that soon. And yeah, I hope I can see you soon too.
Oh, thank you so much for the kind word, Greg. I don't even know what to say. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. See you in the next one. Bye.